My name is George Brooks. I am originally from New Jersey. Been in IT for the last 33 years. And in between that, still cutting down trees, climbing trees, and all that other stuff in between.
My name is Terrell Lee. I'm from Mobile, Alabama. I work at a small used car lot just to get out of the house.
I discovered this whole community of traders in the trade room, which, you know, I knew I was sitting in front of my computer at home all by myself, and now all of a sudden here is this community out there, which I found very generous. Everybody was so supportive and welcoming. It just really blew me away.
What makes us so different than other schools is that we're just not your typical school that's just going to teach you how to trade. We're going to go out there and be part of a family, be part of a team. We're looking for traders that we could trade together.
My name is Josh Levitin. I'm from Bethpage, New York, and I'm the senior instructor here at Cyber Trading University. What makes our on-site class so great, aside from the networking aspect of it all, just having our students meet each other for the first time, is the fact that myself and Fausto are very hands-on with our students in the sense of just being able to literally overlook their shoulder and watch their trade, what they're focused on from their platform.
Some news came out and the thing just popped.
While I can comment on what they should focus on online, they might not be able to understand that as well compared to having us right there in front of them.
I kind of like the idea of not being in front of a computer 8 hours a day, because I can't do that. So I kind of like the idea of doing it in the morning and then going to do all the other stuff I need to do.
Everyone that you thought was going to do that, you're going to have 9 losses versus 1 winner. Yeah, it's like, it's not worth it.
When I spoke to Fausto on the phone and he interviewed me, the thing he said the hardest thing for me to do would be to unlearn the things that I previously learned. And it turns out that's 100% true. And the stuff that I'm learning from him and from Josh and everybody has really made all the difference in the world in understanding what a day trader is and how it actually works.
Fausto and the staff at CTU University, they're really on top of everything. They give you good trade choices, and they keep you alert onto whatever's happening in the market at the time for the day.
Right, so we made a profit. What did I just say earlier? Just take the money and run, because guess what? If you didn't take it, how would you be doing right now? Now you're losing money. You're just trying to make that day's pay. That's all you're looking to do. You got it, you made it. Listen, for every stock, if that kept on going, for everyone that you thought was going to do that, you're going to have 9 losses versus 1 winner.
I don't think you're going to find a better support team in the stock trading business anywhere. That's why I'm here at the platinum level.
You know, a lot of people want to go out there and trade and don't know if it's for them or not. And guess what? That's okay, because it's not. And the thing you have to look at is you have to find a mentor, you have to find a school, you have to sample a couple of things with a couple of schools out there, do a couple of classes, and you make the choice. But don't make the biggest mistake that people make. Go out there and be part of 90%, maybe even higher, of the failure rate in today's industry, because people want to try it before they learn. I mean, would you ever want someone to work on your loved ones that never went to med school? Or how about just giving your finance money to some financial planner that never learned finance? We are no different, but you are on the right path. The right path is you should be doing it on your own. And by doing it on your own, you need a mentor to show you how to do it. And that's what you're going to get here at Cyber Trading University. All right, traders, this is Fausto from Cyber Trading University. Let me just get a little chat back. If you could hear me loud and clear, please. Just share my screen. Give me a second here. All right, there we go. All right, thanks a lot, Dan. Renzo, good to see you all. Let me show you my ugly face. Get that up and running. All right, there we go. All right, good. Loud and clear, Bob. Good. Well, welcome, everybody. And hopefully you just watched that little quick video. Those are some of our previous students that we had here, the success rate. We want you to see some of the people, what they experienced. They're just like you. You know, they're just people that are trying to make a day's living, maybe trying a new career, want to do something different. And, you know, and you could see this is why we've been doing it for 25 years. Now,
the reason why we're here today is I want to see that if I have any new traders out there that want to go out there and be like just like them. So when it comes to trading, I want to be able to teach you and tell you what we do here at Cyber Trading University. I want to invite every single one of you to come into my trading room and to see not me, but to see these people and see if they're making money doing it. Because after what's going on with COVID, what's going on with the Reddit stocks, what's going on with cryptocurrencies, what's going on with pot stock, listen, there's a whole market out there that some of you are just not seeing. And the biggest thing in it, what it makes the big difference is that some of you just not using the proper tools. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So let me just change the slide here. This is what we're going to basically cover. We're going to talk about something called order flow. Okay. Basically seeing how these stocks move the way they do and follow the money. I'm going to show you a couple of glimpses of level 3 and level 4. Some of you are like, well, there's such a thing. Yes, there is. You're probably thinking of level 2. No, this is something that's 20 times and 100 times more data that you're not getting. I'm going to also talk about tape reading because that's what I am. I'm a tape reader. I'm going to show you guys how we read the tape. How do you know these things are going up versus how they're going down? See, the big problem, a lot of you, what you're doing, and that I always find, and in my staff training you, is that a lot of you always focus on the past. Why not focus on the future? And the future is to see where the orders are, not to see some dumb indicator out there that's working on some algorithm of a mathematician that invented. Now, I don't want to bash any of them, but listen, what we're doing here is how Wall Street trades. How do I know that? Because I was one of them. I live here in New York. I was trained by the best traders in the world. I say that all the time. I am one of the original So's bandits. If you read any of the old books, I'm actually one of the originals. And some people are like, wow, you're still around after 25 years. Yes, why wouldn't I? This is the greatest job in the world. You know, you're your own boss. You could do it anywhere in the world. But the only way I was able to be very successful at it is because I was taught by very successful traders. So that's what I'm looking to do. I'm looking to find some of you here. I want to tell you a little bit about the program, of what you're all going to experience being part of CTU, and then most importantly, give you guys the opportunity to actually see it live. Okay. Now, just a couple of quick things just to let you know about me. People always ask and say, Fausto, if you're such a great trader, why do you teach? And I know, and I get that question all the time. And I always tell everybody this, okay? I can't answer for other people. I don't know what their excuse is, okay? But I don't have an excuse. The reason why I teach, and the only reason I'm good as I am, is because I train traders to be good traders. So we work together like a team, just like what you saw in that past video of the students. That's basically what we're doing. We're traders. We're focusing together. We're making money together. See, when I worked at a brokerage firm, the only way I was able to succeed my success, because I didn't want to sit there and split my profits all day with some brokerage firm, I had to start my own firm. I don't have my own firm, but I came up and I started a school to teach people how to do it. And I run one of the original trading rooms in today's industry, which is going to be awesome. So, quick question. I want to do a quick poll. All right. So just give me a second here. Let me bring this up here. And I want to just get to know a little bit about everyone here. So can everyone just tell me, what kind of trader are you? Are you a stock trader? Are you an options trader? Are you a Forex trader? What kind of trader is everybody here? Just want to know. All right. Just see that poll going through. All right. I'm going to share the poll. Oh, looks like some of you are still answering this question. All right, let me share the results. So what we got right here is, you could see, we got a lot of options traders obviously took the lead. So anyway, just to let you know what I am, I'm a stock trader, okay? You know, if you trade options, that's great. But why are you trading something 10 times harder when you could just trade the stock? Don't be influenced when people tell you, you don't need a lot of money to do this. That's why people do it. Well, if there was a reason, why is not everybody doing it and everyone's successful? If that was the case, why is it, why is it not replacing the stock market? The thing is, you could do very well with options, but you got to be a good stock trader first. Okay. It's the movement of the stock that makes an option move. Okay. So, and how do you know how do you know what option to trade? So don't take it in a bad way. Take it in a good way. Futures, Forex, investing. Listen, we do swing trading. We do options trading. I don't do futures and Forex. I just like, I watch what they talk about every day. What they talk about, the stock market. So, just to let everybody know, if you come from futures and Forex, let me just give you a little advice. If you're not making money within 30 to 60 days, chances are you better try a different market. It should not take you longer than that. If you're taking longer than that, it's obviously not really profitable, or it's worth your time. So that's basically when it comes down to it. By the way, so that's basically what we're looking to do. I want to teach you guys the art of trading. I want to show you exactly how and the way I was trained. And then hopefully you guys, if you think you're capable of doing it, we're gonna put you to the test, and we're gonna go out to into trading. So anyway, this is my lovely family. I always like to share my family because it's actually one of the last trips I went on since the coronavirus. But this is basically, I have my three wonderful boys, my wife Debbie, Alex, Max, and Lucas. What's great about having a family, I've been married for almost 25 years now. Being a trader and traveling my family is always great. That's the beauty about doing what we're doing. You're not tied to one place. You don't have to ask your boss for, vacation days, whatever. And that's, I think why my bond for my family has always been great, because we're able to stick together and do things together. And it's not like, just, I can't go because, I got to go to work. It's not like that when it comes to trading. But there are two families here at Cyber Trading University. I have my personal family and I have my live family. So that's basically what we're looking, what I'm looking to do. I'm looking to, hopefully incorporate you to my second family. So let's get right into it. Now you know a little bit about CTU. Let's get right into it. So my question to everyone is this: why are you here? Why are you all here? Okay. So this is the actual answer. It's not about making money. It's about stop losing it. You see, everybody wants to learn how to make money. Everybody's like, what are you buying? What do you think? This is the racetrack? What are you betting on? What number are you putting on? Listen, it's not about making money. The winners take care of themselves. It's the losers you have to worry about. You know why you're here. It's not about the winners. It's like you get these losers, you don't know why. Well, did you know who's selling it against you? Do you know why it went down? These are things that you have to. Are you trading with anyone that was able to hit you in the back of the head and say, what are you doing? Get out of it, because we're all out of it. Get rid of that ego. It's all about losing. That is everyone's biggest issue. So going out there and trading together is very, very important. And that's what we're going to talk about. Let's talk about some stocks. Okay. AMC, GameStop. Okay. Did everyone see what happened yesterday? Anybody saw what happened yesterday with GameStop? Just give me a chat and just say yes or no. What about you, Mike, John, Lance, Renzo? You did, right? Okay. Andrew, Barry? Yes, raised up pretty high, right? Emmett? Absolutely. The thing was incredibly. The thing just took off. Why? Well, we all know it's been a big thing with the Reddit, with Wall Street Bets kids going out there and trading it. But the thing is, we knew about that stock moving as it was moving along. I didn't know about the news. I can't watch all these chat rooms. But as a trader, and being a part of a trading room, we were able to see these things and we were able to capitalize and jump on it, right? So you don't have to always have all that inside, in all these chat rooms. But look right here. This is actually our tweet. You could actually go to our Twitter feed. Okay. This is yesterday right here. We have a watch list. We do one at 9 a.m. and we do one at 2:30. Okay. And once we do our 2:30 meeting, then we'll put the tweet of stocks. Look at the stocks on this watch list: Mara, CCIV, Workhorse, AMC, and absolutely GME, which is GameStop. This was right around here. Hold on, let me get my pointer so you guys can follow along. Okay, so we do our meeting right around here at 2:30, which you're all going to be invited to. And by the time I'm done with the meeting, the stock was already up to here. So by the time I was able to put that tweet out there, that's where that time was. All right. Now, clear all. So what ended up happening right around 3 o'clock, thing goes from 60, 70, 80, 100, 120, after hours trading, which by the way, some of you don't know you can even do that, but we do it here. Stock goes up to $200. Okay. Could you imagine owning 1,000 shares of that stock? How about this? Forget about 1,000. How about just one share? One share. Everybody's starting to call me the one share guy. You know, oh, it's moving too fast. Listen, you have to learn how to trade. You got to know how to not be a deer in the headlights. If you just bought one share of that stock, you did great. You know what I mean? Shoot, if you bought 100 shares, I mean, like, and the stock goes up 30, 40 points, there's your $2,000, $3,000 right there, fellow traders. But I don't have a crystal ball. I'm just a trader, you know, and I teach my traders how to trade with me to find and capitalize on stocks like this. So AMC, another one, follows side by side. Stock, you can see right there in the bottom, went from 15 at 3 o'clock, which is 1,500 hours. Stock goes from 750 all the way to 11. It's a lot cheaper, right? A lot cheaper than GameStop. Some of you will be like, I couldn't afford GameStop. Well, why not AMC? AMC did great. And then look what happened after hours. Thing was just unbelievable. Fun stock. So if you guys want to watch it, I don't know if anyone's subscribed to my YouTube channel. I know we're broadcasting live on YouTube, which, by the way, whoever is watching on YouTube, like us, friend us, because we give alerts all the time. I'm live every morning at 9 a.m. doing this. I actually start trading at 8 a.m., but we do this every morning, and we also do it at 2:30 in the afternoon. Now, the Reddit stocks. Okay, so we know about these stocks. We know they're moving. What's going on? How do we find them? All right. How did you know that they were moving, Fausto? I don't, like I said, I don't follow these people. I don't follow anybody. I can't. I mean, there's not enough hours in the day. Where do we find these stocks? Right here. The big percentage gainers and losers. The stock started showing up there. You could see it. It's the biggest percentage gainer. It was up 253%. You know, I just work off the big percentage gainers and losers. You could see 140% KOSS, you know, FSR, EXPR, all those are the Reddit stocks. Because, you know, obviously we've been hearing about them. Why are they all up on the top ranking? That's how we find them. Okay. So the big issue is some people say, wait, where do you find your stocks from? Right there, right where you're looking at right there. We follow those orders. Okay. Now, the problem is, how do we know which one to follow? And how do we know when it's going to max out? That is the $64,000 question. So just here's a couple of students that traded, you know, stocks that we were in that were in yesterday. This is our trading room. So you got to have the right tools in the toolbox. And what it all comes down to it, following the money. So you see the stock, you see the chart, you see how it's being created. The question is this: why is it going up? Who's buying it? Who's selling it? You got to remember, let me ask everybody a question here. If I was able to tell you that we could actually see 90, you could see 70% of the trades that are going out there right this moment, right now. If you own a stock right now, and I could tell you, I could show you where 70% of the buyers and sellers are, what is that worth to you? What is that worth to you? You know, Andrew, Dan, Alex, what is that worth to you? What's that worth? A lot? Okay, good. Priceless? Okay. How about $9? Would you pay $9 for that? Because when I started, it cost me like $1,000. Google just answered me back. $9.
I don't understand.
$9. That's it. I paid $1,000 for the data I'm about to show you 25 years ago. And think about it. I was only 22-year-old then. Where do I get $1,000? Well, I'll tell you where I got it from. the broker who gave me a job said, hey, listen, is rent free? Is salary? Do you find any free employees out there? If you could tell me where I can get a guy working for me for 40 hours a week, I don't think so. So if you want to make money, you're going to have to spend money. I'm just telling you right now, if you got in your mind about free this and free that and free that, let me tell you, my father told me. He said, son, you never want anything for free. You just want a good deal. Okay? Nothing is free in this world. If someone offers you something for free, what's the catch? Because you know what his explanation was? Could you just tell me, how do you make money? Like, I'll give you an example. Traders, brokerage firms, how do they make money? They're giving you free tickets. Could anyone, there are almost over 100 people in this room. Could anybody explain to me in this room, how does a brokerage firm make money? By giving you free tickets. If you don't know, just give me a question mark. I'd rather just be honest. Anybody know? Nobody knows. They make the spread, John. Okay. They sell your order. Okay. What does that mean? Wait a minute. They're actually selling my order? Why would they do that? Why would they go out there and trade against me? So you see where I'm going with this? Like, what I'm about to show you is something called direct access trading, which means you have a seat on the exchange. So listen, if you like dealing with public transportation, listen, there's nothing against it. If you like dealing with the bus and the traffic and you like to pay that $2.50 to go on the bus, God bless you. I'm keeping my car. I know it's expensive. I got to pay for gas, insurance, but try to explain that to a pregnant wife, that you were too cheap to buy a car because, you're trying to save some money. All right. Now, let's talk about this total view. Okay. Does anybody here have? Let me do this. Does anybody here have total view, which is also level 3? Let's do the poll. Let's see how you guys answer this. JK, we're going to get to that question. Okay. That's a good question. We're going to get to that. So looking at what we got here, we got yes and no. Okay. And not sure. Okay. So let me share the results, and we see a lot of you don't have it. All right. So what you're about to see right now, just please, it's going to be very disturbing because some of you have taken courses and be like, I don't understand why they never taught this to me. And the bottom line is this: there are not a lot of bad people out there teaching. There's a lot more worse than betters. But the thing is, where did they learn? Where did they learn how to trade? Did they work for a brokerage firm like I did? Were they a market maker like I was? Were they, where did they make their money? They just woke up one morning and, was a construction worker and actually became very good in trading. And now he's trying to sell you courses. Those are people you need to stay away from. Guy's a gym teacher and all of a sudden now he's a multi-billionaire. These are people you need to stay with. The way you learn is you learn from traders. Okay. People that do it every day and that were traders. So let's talk about this right here. So what we're looking at, hold on, let me get my pointer so you can follow along. So you got buyers on the left and you got sellers on the right. Understand something. The way things go up and down is with buyers and sellers. That's it. Buyers on the left, sellers on the right. The problem that you're looking at it right here is that there's a lot of numbers. So people are like, okay, well, I know we all could add. So that's what, or otherwise you wouldn't be here. But you're looking at this right here and you'll notice that whoever wants to buy this stock, we're looking at Uber, for example, whoever wants to buy the stock for the most amount of money is up here on top. Now, there's a buyer out there right now for $51.21. There are 600 shares looking to be bought. And there's one order. That means that there's one person around the entire world on the CCN out there. Now, whoever wants to buy the stock for the most amount of money is up on top. Whoever wants to sell their shares for the least amount of money, will be on the top of the sell order side. So what you're looking at is basically one big chat room. It's basically what it is. Depending on where you want to buy it is where you're on that list. You want to buy it for the most, you're up on top. You want to buy it for the least, you're down at the bottom. So this is basically a negotiated market. Now, how does this data help us? The thing is this. You can't watch everybody because some of them are obviously worthless. I don't care about 100 share sellers, 300 share buyers. What I care about is what you're seeing right here. On the buy side, we're looking at PLTR. There is a 58,000 share buyer out there. That fellow, that my friends, is what you call a demand. You look at the chart, PLTR. Stock starts at 28 at 9 o'clock this morning, comes all the way down and stops at 24.50. Why does that even happen? Well, I mean, you ever really think about it? Oh, because the RSI said so. Okay, no. The Bollinger Band said so. No. It's because out of all those orders, which are obviously not a lot at every price level, the most significant and the most dominant buyers that make up 21 different buyers around the entire world make up 58,000 shares to be bought at 24.50. So the point is this. How much smarter and better trading decisions would you make by being able to see where the big buyers are? And then obviously where the big sellers are. Look at this stock Workhorse, okay? Stock starts in the morning, goes from 1850, shoots all the way up to 24. Huge winner. Huge. And all of a sudden starts going down. Why? First of all, why 24? Why didn't it stop at 22? Why did it keep going? Very simple. Look on the level 3. Look at the book viewer, okay? Look at all those orders. 300, 12 shares, 800 shares, 500 shares. Out of all these buyers and sellers, the one that stands out the most is this one right here for 54,000 shares at $24. So listen, you could sit there and you could, I mean, how many times have you gone out there and you sold a stock and as soon as you sold it, it's like, oh, why is it still going higher? Well, did you sell with the other sellers or you sold it because, somebody on TV told you? You know what I mean? Or someone in the chat, in some Twitter feed that showed up late showed you. It's about following the money. That's where it comes down to it. Nicholas, no, they don't. You see, and that's one of the issues. Nicholas' question is like, is this the same information for Forex? No, they don't. So you have to understand something, Nicholas. Are you making money? And I'm talking about really making money trading Forex. I mean, you have to look at it. It's all about control. I hate comparing this to gambling, okay? So please don't look at it as gambling, but I know some people are anti-gamble, whatever it is. But let's look at the casinos. Is anybody went out to a casino, right? What is the most, what's the most popular and takes up the most space in a casino? Slot machines, right? What is the least thing? Was it blackjack tables, whatever it is? So my point is this, is that there's a lot of different markets you could trade, Forex, futures, options, right? So the thing is, you have a choice to trade any different market, but you want to trade the one that's going to give you the least amount of risk with the high amount of reward. And by losing a lot of that power of knowing, that control, which is what makes this more of a gamble, which you don't want to do. So let's have a little fun here, okay? I'm going to do a little poll. Let me stop sharing this and let's do this. Okay, let's launch this. All right, can everybody tell me, looking at this, could you tell me, is this stock going up or down? Let's see what you guys say that. Ref, you're absolutely right. Okay, Ref. And you know what? I didn't get to that question yet. That's a great question. But you know what, Ref? Let me ask you a question. Who trained you? Because that's pretty savvy that you would say something like that. Did you learn from somebody here in New York? I mean, how did you learn that? How did you know that a broker might put an order out there and pull it? Okay. And how do you know he did pull it? How do you know he's not refreshing? How do you know he didn't get executed? He probably sold it or bought it. Do you know that? But, you know, the thing is, these are things you have to look at. So level 2, by the way, you read by level 2. Level 2 is outdated. Okay, please. I mean, level 2 has been outdated since the 90s. I don't even know why they still have it. But everybody here is, I'm going to end the poll. I'm going to share the results. So you can see most of you are saying the stock is going down. Why some of you think it's going up, I still have no clue. I mean, I till this day, I still have not got 100% down. So anyway, let me just tell you this. The stock is going down. If you really thought the stock was going up, the only reason why you probably think it's going up is you're guessing. Is that how you want to trade? You want to guess? The trend is your friend. You don't buck the trend, okay? So the stock is going down. Now, and if you really thought it was going up, you definitely should quit trading. I'm telling you right now. I don't know what you maybe thought it was going up, but it's really going down. Now, for the ones that said it's going down, what do we need for the stock to go up? What is going to make this stock go higher? Can anyone answer that question? Okay, we need demand, right? What is demand? Buyers. Wow. You know what? That's pretty interesting. You notice how some of you didn't say anything other than like an indicator or news or whatever. You need buyers. How much smarter and better trading decisions would you make if you were able to see those buyers? Well, guess what? We're going to go check them out. And the only way to find that out is using level 3. So we're looking at INO. So the stock is going down. My goal is, okay, it's not going to 0, which could happen, you know, but it's going to stop somewhere. So I'm looking at the buy section, and right there, I see 73 people. There's 73 different orders around the entire world, make up 219,000 shares at $12.60. So let's think about this for a second. What do you think is going to happen when the stock gets down to $12.60? What do you think? What do you think is going to happen? It's going to reverse, Devin? Okay. Anyone else? Ryan says it's going to go up. Henry says it's going to go down, which I don't understand why you think why would it go down? Isn't that what we talked about, a demand? Okay. Do yourself a favor, quit trading. Listen, please don't take it the wrong way. Sometimes I'm a little brash, but I hate seeing people lose money. There are too many people out there that are so negative that will do everything to blame someone else of their failure rate. And I'm just telling you point blank, if you really think it's going down, you got to quit trading. But yes, it's going up. Absolutely. Okay. Now look at this chart. What happened? Remember we saw earlier it was good trending down. Look what happened after a couple of minutes. It tested, and all of a sudden, boom, the stock goes from 1260 back to 1380. Like that. Great move, great profit, great everything. Why did it go up? Only one reason. There was a big buyer out there. And that buyer probably, nobody sold it to him, and he probably actually started deciding, hey, maybe I'll buy from the sellers. Maybe he's the one that ran it up. But at the end of the day, you're talking about, what is that? $2 million worth of stock? You're talking 219,000 shares. You're not trading 219,000. There's 73 people out there. You're honestly are going to question and tell me something different. This is what we do all day in our trading room. I'm going to show you this stuff live in the market. And you're going to really, it's going to fall off your chair. You're going to be like, wow, is it really that simple? Is it really that black and white? Because I can't see that in Forex. I can't see that in an option. Why can't I do that now? Once again, who trained you? Who really trained you? That's where you have to come in and look at it. You got to look in the mirror. Now, let's eliminate everything. Let's eliminate all those charts and all those watch, all that crazy stuff. Let's look at this example right here. Okay. So where is resistance on Uber? Can anybody answer this question? Let's see how you guys answer this. Where is the resistance levels on Uber? Where do you think, in theory, you're going to come up to some resistance levels? See how you guys answer this. All right. Okay, I'll give you a hint. For some of you that's still sitting there and don't get it yet. A resistance is made by sellers. Okay? Where are the sellers located in the market? On the right-hand side. Okay, you see the sellers right there? Right on the right. You work your way down and you'll say, oh, what a coincidence. There's a 219,000 share seller at 51.40, and there's another 63,000 share seller at 51.50. That is just, you know what? Who am I going to think is more of a resistance level? The guy that's looking to sell 1,300 shares or the 300,000 shares that's trading between 51.40 and 50? Okay. Now, when you look at this chart, everybody would tell you, oh, the stock's going up. It's got a good trend, whatever it is. It's got a double top. Means got a breakout. We got a higher high. I don't care. You could tell me all these funny things that people make up these stories, okay, of their analogies. It's not going up. It could, which we're going to answer some of your questions a little bit later, in the next couple of slides. But at the end of the day, you're going to look at the chart. I'm looking at the orders, okay? That's where it comes down to it. Because look what ends up happening. As those orders kept come to fruition, look what happened. It hit it. You ever realize sometimes you're like, why is the stock not going higher? I just don't get it. It's like, why is it hitting a brick wall? Like, what is preventing it from going higher? Well, if you saw the orders out there, that would explain it. Now, the thing is this. Look at these pictures down here. Look at these pictures. Do you guys see any charts? This is the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. Some of the best traders. I actually even had, fortunately, I had a cocktail reception down there with my students. Eventually, everything's so electronic, you don't have to be down there anymore. Eventually, you can probably have weddings and bar mitzvahs down there. So, looking at that, do you guys see any charts? What do you see? What do you actually see on these monitors? What do you basically see? I don't know how to point it out here. Look. You say, look at this. Oh, here. What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this guy looking at? What is he looking at down here? Usually people got 4 or 5 monitors. What is he looking at? It's a stupid tablet. How many charts can you fit on a tablet? Some of you need like 6 monitors. Look, what are you looking at over here? What is he looking at? What are they looking at? They're looking at orders, fellow traders. They're looking at orders. They want to know who's getting in, who's getting out, who's buying and selling. That's called trading. You telling me you think you're better than these people? You think you know better than them? These are the best of the best. These people make millions, billions. Why not use their tools? I'll show you in my trading room. I'll show you because that's what I was. That's what I used to do. I was a NASDAQ market maker. I used to trade. That's exactly what I did. It's looking at those orders. Now, hold on, let me just clear this out. It's always a little challenging with these webinar technologies. Okay. Now, the next question, which some of you are asking me is this. Okay. So how do we know I heard that they're fake orders. How do we know they're real? Well, first of all, could you please tell me a brokerage firm that lets you put fake orders out there? Because if I could find that person, I would be a multi-billionaire right now. Okay. Every order is real. If anybody ever tells you it's a fake order, do yourself a favor, run far away because the guy has absolutely no clue he's talking about. Now, can that order be changed? Of course it can. Absolutely. A guy could cancel his order. A guy can get executed. How about that? Ever thought of that? Ever heard of something called time in sales? I'm actually what's called a tape reader. If you ever read anyone talk about a tape reader, I'm actually a tape reader. That's what I teach my students. So when we look at this, is the time in sales is the tape. Those are the transactions that are taking place. Red means trades are going off on the bid. Green means trades are going off on the offer. So let me change the slide here. We're looking at INO. Okay, now, do you notice that there's this big seller out there at $9? In theory, you would say that's a resistance. It's going to go down, but it didn't. It went to 9 and it busted through 10. Why? Why did it bust through it? Very simple. Somebody bought it. Look over here in the time in sales. 16,000 shares, 2,000, 1,200, 13,000, 3,000, another 16,000. Look at all these transactions. Green, 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 green. The guy on the offer was getting executed. Somebody was buying it from, a lot of people buying it from him. They thought it was a good deal. And that's why the stock went higher. So the big thing, what we call these things here at CyberTrading University, we call them iceberg orders. So we look for these iceberg orders. That's our game plan, what technically is the support and resistance level on a chart. But we all know supports and resistance levels get broken all the time. And how they get broken? Well, that's your reasoning. It's these orders that got executed. So you can see the high risk of what people and the mistakes that make by not having the right tools. You got to be able to follow the money. Now, a question to everybody. Is anyone confused yet? Did I lose anybody? Anyone lost? Everybody following along? Just give me a yes or no. Yes, yes, good, good, good. We're good. Okay, good. All right. What did you learn so far in the past 40 minutes we've been talking? What did you actually learn being here so far? What am I actually trying to teach you all? Now you got to have the right info. Okay. Yes, that's one of them. What else? Follow the money. There you go. Follow the money. How difficult is that? How does the FBI bust people? They follow the money. How does the IRS come after you? Why would they come after you? They follow the money. How do these politicians get rich? Follow the money. Okay? They're not Superman. You know, they're not stupid. They all have reasoning. It's all about money. As much as you might not like it and you think it's corrupt or whatever, listen, you know, I'm with you. I'm on your side. The thing is, if you can't beat them, you just join them. You just use their tools. You don't have a choice. You understand? You could sit there and you could pretend and imagine everything out there that there's another way. There's definitely a strategy out there. I'm just telling you, you're making it more harder on yourself. Just keep it simple. Follow the money. This is why CyberTrading University has been endorsed and has been featured on some of the biggest brokerage firms in the industry. And let me tell you something. I know some of you have been on other webinars. No one will ever be able to put this picture up there. Okay, I was on Fox Business. Big deal. Big deal. I could be on every day if I wanted to, okay? But try to get Charles Schwab to have you in front and sitting in front of their audience. You know what the scrutiny for them, if I was teaching people that were losing money, you think they want to put Fausto in front of their audience? You think Thinkorswim would do that? You think Tastyworks or TradeStation these are the biggest of the industry. Why do they need Fausto for? I'll tell you why, because they can't teach. It's a compliance issue. So they try to find really good educators like us to do it. And let me tell you something. And if you move forward, CTU or not, let me just give everyone a little advice. Don't read what you read on the internet. Okay? There's a lot of, fake news out there. There's a lot of extortionists. There's a lot of angry people have nothing better to do, which we all know. You want to know if you have a real reputable school that's going to teach you? Make sure they're endorsed by brokerage firms and go check the Better Business Bureau. See what their rating is there. Because if anyone's going to file a complaint, where are they going to go? The Better Business Bureau. So those are the two best places to know. Because these guys right here, just to let you know, they do background checks on us. Okay? So everybody ready to jump into the trading room? This is what we're going to do. I want to give you guys a week. And I don't want you to judge us on our winners. the winners, they take care of themselves. Okay. I want you to judge us on our losers. The reason why is because everybody has a problem losing money and they don't know how to stop doing it. Watch how we get out of them and how we control out of it. We do a lot of trading. Some are good, some are bad, some are horrible. Today, I did some trades today. I would have been crushed, destroyed if I didn't get out of certain positions. Destroyed. Okay? If I didn't get out of like AMC or DNT. I mean, you just see it like, I don't have a problem admitting I'm wrong. Okay. And then when I go back to it, I'm like, wow, good thing I got out of that trade. Look what happened where it's at. So that's what you have to look at. Now, in this trading room, we start at 8 o'clock in the morning and we're done around 4:30 in the afternoon. I want you to sit there and watch our traders. Don't judge. Don't look at me. Don't look at my winners. Look at them, how they think for themselves. You see, you need to think for yourself. Our job is to teach you how to not crash. And it's your job to learn how to drive and, and have a safe life. That's what trading is all about. Now, this is all I'm asking for. $9. Okay. Listen, it's $9, like $9. Like, well, why so cheap? Listen, the $9 is an application fee to let us know who you are. I don't know who you are. You're here for free. Okay. And we don't let anybody in our room unless we know who you are, because we take it very seriously. You are not going to be in a room with 4,000 people. Okay. That seems cool, right? How are you going to learn anything? What does that really mean? So, we're very strict who we let in our room. We're going to call you. We're going to educate you. And then what you're going to learn out of this whole thing, you're going to realize if trading's for you or not. Because if I can't convince you and you see it, then you're going to know, you know what? Maybe I should go back to my day job. But before you consider doing that and worry about some stimulus package that, why do that? You can do it right here in the room. Why sit there and worry about a stimulus package? Go out there, trade on your own, do it on your own. But you got to know how to play the game. It's $9. That's it. And this is what you're going to get. You're going to get 1 week in my trading room. You're going to be able to get a crash course on day trading. You're going to get a morning and an afternoon watch list, your own personal education advisor, all for $9. And guess what? At the end of the week, if you think it's not for you and you're like, yeah, you know what? I'll give you $9 back. Okay. I don't need you $9. Keep it. Okay. I am looking for people I can make several $100,000 with. And if you think $9 is expensive, try ignorance. Now, for the people who register right now, I will actually do a personal coaching class with you. So the beauty about it is this. When you get in my trading room and you see what's going on, you're going to know if it's for you or not right away. You're going to see, wow, you know what? Now I know why people make money and lose money in trading and who's really teaching the right stuff and the bad stuff. But to continue with CTU, I need to interview you. I need to talk to you. I need to explain to you. Think about that. When's the last time you spoke to the owner of a company? When's the last time you spoke to a 12-time world champion? Why would I even waste my time? People like, what, listen, you'll see. $9, make an investment, get in the trading room. If it doesn't work out, you can go back to your day job. But I'd rather you realize if trading is for you or not. You got nothing to lose. All right. Does anybody, now in the meantime, we got about 5 minutes. Okay. And by the way, at the end of this presentation, I'm going to play a video of me on NASDAQ teaching NASDAQ Total View again before they close. And it's a great video because it was right in the middle of the pandemic when the market was crashing. Okay. And it was actually in the middle of going down. So you're going to love watching that video. But in the meantime, does anybody have any questions? If you want to start on Monday, you're probably better off. You could watch some of the videos, get yourself to speed, get your orientation with your education advisor. He'll tell you a little about what to see in the room, because we don't want you to just go in the room and be like, what's going on? Like, why, like, am I right? Am I wrong? Like, I see chatting. We want to give you the full blown experience, so you don't go in there and trade blind. Tony, I don't understand your question. Does this work good with ease? I don't know what that means. With futures. Okay. So Tony, can I ask you a question? How long, if you're, you can use level 4 for futures. I don't teach futures. By the way, if you want to know a good future instructor, I'll be happy to tell you who I recommend. It's all about 2 or 3 people that are really good. Just send me a personal email and I'll send it to you. Okay. But we specifically do day trading, swing trading, and some options trading in the trading room. That's really what we focus on. We do not take PayPal. I'm sorry. It's MasterCard and Visa. That's it. All right. Any other questions? If you sign up today, is it good until next Friday? Yes, it's good until next Friday. Absolutely. Okay. Any other questions? Do I need level 3 package for things? John, listen, don't worry about opening up a brokerage account for some of you. Don't worry about getting this your platform. You are not going to trade in the room. You're there to watch. Okay. We will broadcast and show the level 3 up there. We'll show an execution system up there. We use TradeStation. You could keep it on running the side, but I don't want you to buy anything. I don't want you to trade anything. I just want you to watch and see if other traders make money doing this. I want to show you what level 3 looks like. By the way, don't go to NASDAQ and start buying it, okay? Because you're going to end up making more harm to you than good. All right? Yes, we do use Bookmap. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Got a couple of people that are registering right now. I'm just here in the background. I'm just going to do a couple of shout outs for some of you here. Oops, wrong window. Oh, there we go. Who do we got here that just registered? So we got, you hear that binging in the back go on. All right, so Prapit from Illinois just got your registration. Amit from Victoria. All right, good. By the way, we got a lot of Canadians around. I've been going to Canada for about 20 years. We have a lot of Canadians. 20% of my traders are all Canadians, so you're in good hands up here. Ian from, was that Germany or UK? I think it's UK, Great Britain. Yeah, there you go. All right, beautiful. A lot of Canadians, a lot of people from England are there too. Actually, I even got people from Australia in here. Ref from California has got your registration. BJ from Colorado just got your registration. Congratulations. And Alex from British Columbia just got your registration. Any other questions, guys? Yeah, we got one more spot left. Okay, listen, I can't talk to everybody. If you can't, if it gets a little busy, you're still going to talk to an instructor. So don't worry about that. Who else we got here that registered? You could hear that binging in the back. That's everyone registering. Oh, another thing. You'll notice Harshid from Florida got your registration. Who else we got in here? Oh, look at that. Wayne from, well, I don't even know where that is. Somewhere in Europe. But anyway, listen. When you register, there at the end of it, there is a questionnaire. You got to fill the questionnaire out. Please let us know a little bit about you, because it's like a doctor. Like you're not going to see the doctor until you do the blood work, right? Because he won't be able to diagnose your situation. We need to know what kind of trader you are. We want to know what your experience is. We want to know, did you take classes? Did you not take classes? Are you using level 3? Or are you not using level 3? Are you making money or you're not making money? Be honest with us. If you won't tell us, we can't help you. All right. We want to tell you point blank if this is for you or not. Do you have an account with them? I know what you mean by that, but I actually do have an account with TradeStation. Yes, I even got one with Thinkorswim, Fidelity, Schwab. I got accounts with every one of them. I keep my accounts separate. I don't mix my day tradings, my swing tradings, my options. But we are going to showcase the platform, the trading system. All right. Any other questions? Yeah, look, good. Looks like everyone's following along and taking very good notes, and it looks like a lot of you filled out the questionnaire. That's perfect. All right, Cyber Trades, listen. Don't go anywhere. All right. I got a video I want to play for 5 minutes. while you guys are still registering, watch this video, and it's going to talk. It's going to show you. It's going to continue to show you what level 3 is, and you're going to see how important it is. Now, remember, what you're about to watch, NASDAQ wanted us to come there and talk about it because they know, they want you to know how to use the platform. They don't want you to keep using something that's not going to make you know what's going on in the market. You'll be trading blind. But remember, having the right tools also is not always going to make you profitable. You still got to have a very good instructor and a good team of traders to trade with to continue that success. So thank you for listening. Thanks for watching. Look forward to seeing you all in the trading room. And if you didn't sign up for today, listen, I get it. That's no problem. Just remember what I told you. If you're going to continue with someone, make sure they're endorsed by brokerage firms. Make sure they have a very good Better Business Bureau ranking on there before you make any investment in any education with anyone. All right. Because I've seen way too many people, that wanted to come to CTU and are like, my God, I just got caught up with this company. And, and now they're being investigated, and I'm not looking to bash anybody, but I don't want to see you go out there and spend thousands and thousands of dollars finding out that, you got sold on some YouTube video. You know what I mean? You want the source? Here's your opportunity. Make that $9 investment. Worst thing that could happen. You can get your money back. We just want to know who you are. And listen, it's okay. You trade options, trade futures. You might like stocks easier. It might be easier for you. It's black and white. It might work out better and more profitable for you. All right, everybody. Thanks again. Thanks for watching. And we're gonna play the video right now. And I'll see you all in the live trading room.
Welcome to NASDAQ Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at NASDAQ. Joining me at the market site in Times Square, New York City, we have Fausto Pugliese. He's the founder and president of Cybertradingu University. We're going to take a look at how traders are using Total View. And Fausto, it could not be a better time to have you in with us at Marketplace because with everything going on, the volatility we've seen in the market since you were with us in the middle of February last time.
That was pretty crazy.
Traders are asking themselves, what's the bottom, what's the top? But as a day trader, you can kind of get an inside look when you're looking at a single stock.
Yeah, what is, Jill, is that, thanks for having me again. And yes, when it comes to day trading, people realize that what happens over the course of the day, which trickles down to a swing trade and to a long-term investment. And my phone's been blowing up. People could ask me, Fausto, is this the bottom? Is this the bottom? Because we're looking at the market all day. And honestly, this is how you really know when it's the bottom. When you have the worst of the worst of the worst news and just constantly all negative stuff, and the market's not going any lower, that's when you know it's time to buy. So as you see, like a lot of bad news keeps coming up, and then obviously you saw what happened yesterday when they lowered the Fed rate by a half. It took for a big decline, and all of a sudden the market's up about almost like 900 points so far. So and there's still a lot of bad news that's coming out with the coronavirus and everything else, but that's really when you know when you hit the bottom. So for some of the listeners out there that really missed the boat when the market had a big rally, you almost hit 30,000. These are the opportunities. Honestly, it is like the same thing I saw back in 2008 when we had the financial crisis. So once you start seeing all the bad news, things start backing up, start going up.
All right, let's take a look at our example here today. We're going to look at ticker symbol MRNA, NASDAQ listed, of course. What are we looking at? Where's the levels that you're looking to sell? Okay, so listen, what is mRNA? I keep bringing up stocks, and people are like, what is this company do? It doesn't matter. We're just here to make money. The main goal about Total View is you have to understand how it works, how to know where the buyers and sellers are. It's all about supply and demand. That's why it's such a great tool. So we're looking at a chart right here, and we're looking at the stock right here. And the first thing people notice is like the stock's going up beautifully. Nice. Look at the stock. Started this morning. It's at 25.80. It's at 28. Is it going higher? Now the goal is, why does the stock keep breaking out? It hits a resistance, it comes back down. It breaks the previous resistance, keeps going up. How do you know it's going to keep breaking higher highs? And what we're going to do this time is we're going to bring a video so you all could see exactly what it's like to see in the real market conditions. All right, so let's move along to our next slide here. That's exactly what we're doing. Let's take a look at Total View. I'm going to let you take the reins. Tell us what's happening here. Okay, so we got like a little minute video here. So we're looking at some real time, and the key here is time and sales. These are the transactions that are taking place. We're looking at level 2. Level 2 is basically people get for free, but it doesn't give you the depth of data as Total View does. Now, the key here is that you don't see that many sellers out there. You're just seeing the best bid and best offer of that exchange. But you'll notice how the stock keeps going higher. What we need to focus on is where you see the big sellers. And you're looking for big orders. You got 51 different orders out there, right around 28. Things are going so quickly, I try to slow it down. So right around $28, $28.50.
So that is really your resistance level. So when you're looking at a stock going out, going higher, you're going to say, is the stock going to break out? So you see it's coming up to this guy right here really quickly. You see it's coming up. It's coming up to this person right here. So it's 70,000 shares, 5,000 shares. So it's going to come up to that seller. Now the goal is this: is that guy going to get executed? Remember, you have 100 share sellers, 300 shares, 1,000. But you have a big order out there. You want to see if that guy gets executed, and you want to see if that's how it breaks out. Remember, what makes support and resistance levels is buyers and sellers. So you got a seller out there. So we're coming up to that seller right here. Now the goal is to look right here and see if that seller gets executed. And you see it's coming up to the seller, and boom, the guy gets taken out. It's actually executing it. Boom, 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 boom. Look at that. See all those trades actions? It took the guy out. Now look how fast the stock goes up. From 250, we're at 260, 270, 280, boom, like that, as quickly as that. That's why it's so important to know where the orders are, know where the resistance, and see if the guy gets taken out. Now, when we get to the next slide, look at it. We're already at 2880.
Yep, and you can see these start to see these 35,000
Which
orders.
is
Yep.
exactly. Now, this is the next order. Now, the next question is: here's the next biggest resistance. There's a 33,000 shares for there's 100 different orders out there. Now, then that's where the next resistance level is. So the goal is you hit a resistance. Where's the next resistance? The next resistance is the next biggest seller. So now we're coming up to him, and we're going to see what's going to happen when he gets to 29.
Yeah, it happens so fast.
Well, also, this is about a 5-minute video that I was able to capture when we traded this stock, and I kind of speeded it up over about a minute, so it doesn't move as quickly. Boom, we hit 29, the guy got taken out again, and look at the stock just took off again. And the thing I want to explain to you, Jill, is that, and your listeners have to understand, is that when you have a big seller out there and that guy gets taken out, that is a very big demand. Someone says, oh, wow, I'll take that 30,000 shares, and that's why you get the stock that really, really starts to take off. Now, the next thing is that you're going to get some resistance levels. It's going to start backing off. There's always profit taking going on, right?
Of course.
So when you have profit taking going on, you can see profit taking going on, but the question is it really a profit taking, or is it just people just, or is it really going to go lower? In this case, it's not. Seller got done. Remember, we just watched the stock go from 28 to 29. Now look at it. We're at 29.50 already. Stock just keeps going higher and higher because those sellers are getting executed. As those sellers get executed, that means there's a demand for it. When you see big block orders out there, it makes a bigger demand, and that makes it higher. Now, the next resistance level, obviously, is going to be where we have to focus on, where the next biggest orders are. So we got some, I think we freeze, right? We're done?
Nope, we have a little bit more to go here.
We slow down over here. Yep, we're done. So the next video we're going to show.
You can actually go to our slide here, so this is where you're looking at those levels.
Right, so we're looking at the seller. So we have a 67,000 share seller at 28. So now we have to look what we call iceberg orders.
What does that mean?
Okay. So it's a funny story. So I came up with this word about 20 years ago after watching the movie The Titanic. Okay, actually, you ever watch that movie? Very sad movie. I definitely recommend it. So anyway, what happened to Titanic? It hit an iceberg, and the thing is, everybody was focused on the pretty of the ship and above the water. They didn't realize it's not what's above the water; it's at the bottom of the water. Icebergs are really big, so what happened? It crashed and it sunk. So what we're looking for is big iceberg orders, which we call, some people call them big block orders, but when you see a big order, it's called an iceberg order. So now we're looking at a 28.90, and we're looking for a resistance. Once again, stock's going higher. We need to focus on the next resistance level.
All right, and which is on the next chart here. If we take a look, yep.
So here's just a quick little screenshot. So as we're looking at it, you see, it's a lot easier when you're focusing on, when you're just looking at the level, the total view, and it's easy to point it out. Now, please keep in mind, your listeners have to understand, we're fast forwarding this pretty quickly to get to the point. It doesn't move this quickly. But I'm showing right here is just a quick screenshot. What we're focusing on is this big order right here for 73,000 shares, and there's 315 different orders out there making up that 73,000. Now, the thing I just want to point out is, I just want to teach everyone a quick little lesson.
Yeah.
Don't ever sell anything at $30. Go out at $29.99. You just cut the line by.
So that's for anything that's at an even number.
Biggest trick I was taught by my mentors when I was younger. Listen, everybody's going to think 30. Everybody's going to think 20. Go out $21.99. You just cut the line by 73,000 shares. That's a very good.
It's like selling a house or buying a house. It's like those incremental psychological levels.
Well, if you remember, if you look at it, the stock has a penny intervals. And so that's a little tip. But the thing is, let's focus on what happens to the 30. Just right off the bat, you know that's a major resistance levels, and that's what we have to focus on. For the stock to go any higher, it's got to get through that 73,000 share seller on total view.
All right, well, let's take a look at that Next side, see what happens next. Now we're going to get the other piece of the trade.
Okay, so here we're looking at the stock moving. Here's 29.45, 29.48, 62, 67. So the sellers are getting executed. You can see the transactions taking place, but we know that there's that guy sitting right here. And now his order's coming up. Look, he's starting making up the ranking. It's getting up to 30. It's getting close to him. So let's watch what happens. 74, 70. Look at the transactions taking place. It's trying to get there. And by the way, those orders, they're all real. People think like they're fake. Those are real orders. Can a guy cancel it? Of course they can cancel it. But that you have to take very seriously, and that's a real order out there. So now as we're looking at it, and as it's trading, it's trying to get there. Actually, it kind of almost tested it. You see that right there?
Yep.
See that candle right there? It's hit it, and now it's starting to back off a little. Now you're starting to see the red candlesticks. So now that means that the last sale is lower than the previous.
And this works for all kinds of stocks. ETFs, would it work for ETFs also?
ETFs, futures, options, it works the same way. Remember, it's the movement of stock that makes all those other things. Yes,
Right.
ETFs and everything else. You could look up any ETF and it'll come up on TotalView. Look, now we're down to 29.
Yep.
So my point that I'm getting to is this. If you didn't have a game plan, Jill, and didn't know that seller was out there, and you try to
And actually, if we go to the next slide, this is exactly what we were talking about. There's your level right there.
If you didn't have a game plan and knew that seller was out there, and look at that candle, that stock literally moved. Look how fast it moved in that one bar chart. If you didn't have a game plan to get out there before that guy was out there, and if you didn't what we call shaving, if you didn't shave just before that 30 and cut that line, guess what? You would just look how much money you would have lost. That stock didn't even drop from 30. Look where it went to. 27.30. You would have got crushed on that trade. Because what happens, if that seller's out there and he's not getting executed, he really had to sell that order, Jill. How is he going to get out? He's got to sell to the buyers. If he hits the bid, he's running that stock down, not you and I. Remember, we're not trading 74,000. Someone else is, and it's not one person. We saw it. It was like there was several people out there doing it. And that's how you got to focus on using the total view when you trade in today's volatile markets.
All right, so cool to actually watch it happen in real time. Thanks so much for doing that for us, Fausto. And thank you for joining me on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at NASDAQ.